The moment Allison Pearson said the words constitutional eviction, everything changed, and not quietly, not behind palace curtains, but like a silent explosion echoing through the very foundation of the monarchy. Because this was never about titles, never about hurt feelings, never about family drama spiraling out of control. This was about erasure, deliberate, permanent, and terrifyingly precise. Because here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. Prince William is no longer reacting, Prince William is preparing. And what is he preparing for? A move so final, so irreversible that once it happens, Prince Harry, Archie, and Lilibet won't just step back, they will vanish from the constitutional story of Britain itself. Allison Pearson didn't hint at it. Allison Pearson didn't soften it. Allison Pearson confirmed that this isn't gossip anymore. This is a legal pathway already being whispered through Kensington Palace corridors. And the timing? Too precise to ignore. July 2026. Prince Harry loses. Not just a case, but control. A devastating courtroom defeat against the Daily Mail that should have ended quietly, respectfully, strategically, but instead of retreating. Prince Harry escalated. Publicly, aggressively, recklessly. Prince Harry didn't just question the verdict, Prince Harry questioned the system, called it a whitewash. Think about that. A royal, still embedded in the line of succession, accusing the king's own justice system of corruption. Not a journalist, not a politician, Prince Harry. And that was the fracture point. Because inside the palace, this wasn't interpreted as frustration. It wasn't seen as emotion. It was seen as rebellion, a constitutional line crossed. Because when Prince Harry attacks the courts, Prince Harry isn't attacking a judge, Prince Harry is challenging the authority of King Charles himself. The very structure that gives the monarchy its legitimacy. And Prince William saw exactly what that meant. No more reconciliation, no more patience, no more half-in, half-out illusions, only insulation, total insulation. And suddenly, the whispers started to align into something far more chilling. What if the monarchy doesn't just distance Prince Harry? What if the monarchy removes Prince Harry, legally, permanently, from the line of succession? Not symbolically, not emotionally, structurally gone, because here's where the story twists, and it twists hard. This isn't just about Prince Harry anymore. This is about Archie. This is about Lilibet. Two children raised thousands of miles away under the California sun, speaking with American accents, growing up inside a completely different cultural system, yet sitting dangerously close to the British throne. Fifth, sixth, seventh, pause there. Because Allison Pearson did. What happens, what really happens if the unimaginable occurs? If succession suddenly moves forward? Are these children ready, connected, even remotely integrated into the country they could theoretically represent? Or is this the monarchy's most uncomfortable contradiction? Because from inside palace logic, the answer is becoming brutally clear. These are royal titles without royal function, royal status without royal duty, a connection by blood but not by presence. And that's where the narrative starts shifting from awkward to unacceptable. Because within those palace walls, a new question is quietly taking shape, one that feels almost too explosive to ask out loud. If there is no service, no contribution, no connection to the land, then what exactly justifies a place in the line of succession? And the answer? Nothing. Nothing that satisfies a system built on duty. Nothing that protects a 1,000-year-old institution. Nothing that Prince William is willing to risk the future of the crown for. So what happens next? Not a public argument, not a dramatic announcement. That would be too easy, too visible. No, this is something colder, something quieter. Documents, legal frameworks, parliamentary routes, a process so clinical that when it's complete, the removal won't feel like a shock, it will feel like it was inevitable all along. And yet, outside those palace walls, another layer of this story is unfolding, one that makes everything even more unsettling. Because while this constitutional storm is building, Meghan Markle and the children are physically in the United Kingdom. Close, so close. And yet invisible. No appearances, no reunions, no moments captured, just silence. Strategic silence. And that silence, it's louder than anything Prince Harry has said. Because if security was ever the real reason, the palace could have resolved it in hours. Private transport, secure estates, controlled environments. So why the absence? Why the deliberate invisibility? Allison Pearson's answer cuts through the narrative like a blade. This isn't about safety. This is about control. Control of image. Control of perception. Control of the story, because being seen, and worse, being rejected, would shatter something far more valuable than privacy. It would shatter the brand. And suddenly, everything starts to connect. The legal attack, the palace response, the invisible children, the silent strategy. This isn't chaos. This is a chessboard. And every move now feels calculated because while the world is still asking whether reconciliation is possible, the palace may already be preparing for something far more final. Not distance, not exile, erasure, and the most unsettling part, the decision may have already been made. It's just waiting for the moment to become real. And just when the tension in London felt like it couldn't stretch any tighter, it did. Because while Prince William's strategy quietly hardened behind palace doors, another game was unfolding in plain sight, yet somehow hidden from everyone who mattered. Meghan Markle arrived. Archie arrived. Lilibet arrived. But not in the way anyone expected. No balcony, no cameras, no carefully staged reconciliation. Nothing, just disappearance. And that silence again felt engineered because Allison Pearson didn't hesitate to dismantle the official narrative piece by piece. Allison Pearson asked the question nobody else wanted to ask. If security was the issue, then why not solve it the way the monarchy has solved it for generations? Private helicopters, secured estates, Windsor Castle, Highgrove, layers of protection stronger than almost anywhere on Earth. So why hide? Why bring Archie and Lilibet across the ocean only to keep Archie and Lilibet completely out of sight? Allison Pearson's answer is as sharp as it is uncomfortable. This isn't about physical safety. This is about reputational survival. Because one moment, just one of public rejection in the United Kingdom could echo all the way back to California. One crowd, one reaction, one wave of boos. That's all it would take. And suddenly, the carefully constructed narrative collapses. So Meghan Markle stays invisible. Archie stays invisible. Lilibet stays invisible. And Prince Harry? Prince Harry steps forward alone. But even that feels staged. Because while Prince Harry was speaking publicly, smiling, trying to reshape the narrative after that crushing legal defeat, Prince Harry chose a story so soft, so harmless, it almost felt too perfect. Lego. Prince Harry talking about Archie building Lego worlds. Prince Harry painting this warm image of fatherhood, of innocence, of normalcy. But Allison Pearson sees the pattern. Allison Pearson calls it what it is, a distraction. Because while Prince Harry is talking about Lego, Archie is nearby but unreachable. Lilibet is nearby but unseen. King Charles is nearby but separated. And that separation? It's not accidental. It's strategic. Because inside palace circles, a far darker interpretation is being whispered emotional leverage. Allison Pearson doesn't soften it. Allison Pearson draws a direct line. Access to Archie and access to Lilibet appears conditional. Conditional on status. Conditional on security. Conditional on demands that stretch far beyond family. And suddenly the story shifts again. This isn't just distance. This isn't just privacy. This feels transactional. And for King Charles, already facing the weight of illness, already navigating a fragile moment in his reign, the idea that Archie and Lilibet are physically close yet completely inaccessible creates something far heavier than political tension. It creates pressure, emotional pressure. And Prince William is watching all of it. Every move, every absence, every contradiction. Because from Prince William's perspective, this isn't just a family issue anymore. This is a test of control, a test of boundaries, a test of whether the monarchy bends or breaks. And Prince William has already made the choice. Prince William doesn't bend, which brings everything back to where this story was always heading. The future. Because Allison Pearson's forecast isn't subtle, it's final. Allison Pearson sees a monarchy under King William V that operates with precision, not patience. Silence, not negotiation. Action, not emotion. And when that moment comes, when Prince William becomes King William, the mechanism that has been quietly forming behind the scenes doesn't hesitate. It activates. Legal removal, parliamentary motion, constitutional execution. Not loud, not dramatic, just complete. Prince Harry removed. Archie removed. Lilibet removed. Not from headlines, but from history. Because once those names disappear from the line of succession, the connection isn't weakened, it's severed. And here's the part that changes everything. Without that connection, the titles lose gravity. The identity loses weight. The brand built so carefully, so deliberately begins to collapse under its own contradiction. Because you cannot market royalty once royalty has been legally erased. And that is the endgame Prince William appears ready to enforce. Not punishment, not revenge. Finality. And as London watches, as the palace grows quieter, as Meghan Markle remains hidden, as Archie and Lilibet remain unseen, as Prince Harry keeps speaking but never quite answering the real questions, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. more. This isn't building toward reconciliation. This is building towards something colder, something permanent, something that doesn't just close a chapter, but removes it entirely. And the most chilling part, when the moment comes, there won't be a warning, just silence.